all of these fruits and vegetables. Organic. And sometimes there's this confusion there. If you have an organic product, you want to be able to say, my product is certified organic, display the certificate, make it overtly clear so that everybody knows and they don't have to ask. It's a little blunt, but it does get the message across. This is at a farmers market in England, so it's slightly different humor. I personally love that. I mean, it's saying, it's just cutting through all the nonsense that we don't have any rubbish, any garbage in our sausages. And we don't go back. And they've done it in a funny, weird way. And I really like it. You might not necessarily want to do that yourself, but I really like it. I don't necessarily like the pig's head. Did you see that a little bit? But what can we say is particular about these pig farmers? Rare breed. Again, a lot of people will raise rare breed animals and they'll completely fail to mention this to their customers. And they just assume that the customers will somehow know this. But of course they don't. So if you do something that's unique for your animal, share it. What do we know is specific about these farms? And diet. That's pretty unique. If you're doing it differently, again, share it. And they put it right at the top. Now they went on, they've got a longer explanation here that says most jams and preserves, and explain in more depth how they're different. But that sign in itself makes you go, oh, okay. So that sounds pretty healthy, right? Sounds good. I don't like the blue on white thing, but I'm just going to go through that process of being a customer. The customer comes in and they read that sign and says, ingredients, if ingredients matter to you, and you're like, oh yeah, is that ingredients? I'm not a farmer. Of course ingredients matter. The opposite is they don't matter to me. So obviously ingredients matter to me. And then it says, well, kids never heard of them, but they sound exotic because they put the base name in front of them, and they're wild. So, okay, I'm interested. Very limited seasonal. Okay, gotta get them now. What's this still in season? So if you have something that is just for a short period of time. Award-winning preserves. Do we know what award they won? They could have won the award for the worst preserves in London. But they didn't share that. And but if you've won any kind of award, whether it's like best jam from the local women's institute or anything, then share that. I think my sort of thing with your marketing is be different to everybody else. Like if one person decides that they're going to paint their stand entirely red, that's fine, it will really stand out. But if everybody else does that, it will just give people a headache. So you've got to think, what is unique about me? What is my identity? How do I want to display myself? What's my personality? And share that in your signage. You see with each of those signs, they're very, very different. Every sign is very, very different. But they all worked. I love this one. Handmade by me. England's best pork pies. Now they're standing behind their products and they're being proud. And I see a lot of people at farmers markets looking a little bit like, well, they're kind of okay. I made a better batch last week. They're just being a little bit nervous about their product. And I've always said to people, if you're kind of nervous about making sales or selling your own products, you feel like you're being a bit arrogant, switch places with the person who stands next to you and try selling their product for a bit. And it's really easy to sell somebody else's product because you go, this is the best coffee I've ever drunk in my life. It's amazing. You should try it. And I love these carrots. They're delicious. Oh my God, these samosas, they're just so fragrant. And the minute you get back to your stuff, you're like, I like them. Just try imagining that you didn't make it and that you just eat them for the first time. And what would you share about that product that makes it absolutely amazing? And just be proud of it. I know that Richard Henniger, I love his sales technique. Like he just was giving out the apple cider constantly. best apple cider ever, best apple cider ever, best apple cider ever. And it's been proven that if you believe something is award-winning or best ever, when you taste it, you don't just think it tastes better, it actually tastes better. So by putting that idea into somebody's head, you're actually improving their experience of it. So don't be afraid to say, you know what I do? This thing I sell is amazing. Now, how many of you have been in the paper or had an article written about you or your product? Wow. Oh, wait, you see, we have shut. Be proud. You're in the paper. Did they write nice things about you? I think so. Did you keep
Next time I don't know you, right? So,
okay. If they did it again, what would you do? You cut it out. You laminate it and you stick it on your stand.
okay.
Because if somebody else is endorsing your product, that's even better than you endorsing it yourself. Like, it's so good they wrote about it in the paper. So if anybody ever writes about you, then you want to be proud of it and put it up. Also, this is Mary Forsman. She owns the farm. This is her son, and I suspect that quite a few women show up at the market. It's probably off chance. That might be around. Okay. So then we get into the whole bit. We have a lot of words. You can also convey a message in pictures. So this is Shasta and the kid, okay? So he sells rose milk soap. Now he could feasibly buy the milk and make the soap, but does he? No. Really? He raises his own goats. So that piece of information is just there. He doesn't have to say, I raise my own goats, and I milk them, it's there. Is he a nice man? He looks like a really nice man. And we all like to buy things from nice people. So, it's a stage picture, but how many of you have a picture of you with making your products, with your livestock, with in the field, doing something, actually creating the product? How many of you have that image? How long would it take you to take a photograph of that? So, Donna made cookies and sodas for your dog. So this is an example of somebody who, instead of taking a product and making a bunch of things out of it, she knows who her customers are, dog owners. And so she sells a bunch of things that dog owners want. However, show yourself, does she need to have every single thing she's ever made on the stand?
No.
A simple sign saying we make them in small, medium, and large for these different kinds of dogs. And we do them in these different patterns and these different colors. And everything else, we have to do. Okay, so again, whole selection of different things, different shapes, different sizes, but they're grouped. All the little ones are here, all the medium-sized ones are here, all the different shapes and sized ones are up there. So as a customer, I know those are going to be the same price point, those are going to be the same price point, those are going to be more expensive. So if you take the example of greens, where you might have a whole bunch of different greens, if you have 4 different kinds of greens and that are about the same price, and then one that's really expensive, you wouldn't put them in the same place. Because people will just see, oh, those are $3, those are $3, those are $3. And they will see that those are $3. They'll pick them up, get to pay you, and it's $6. And they're going to go, whoa. And then that feeling of discomfort will mean that they will come back. It's good to group things by theme, but also if you have a big price differential, you either need to have it clearly signed or you need to put it in a different spot so that people understand this is a different product. I've seen, this is another way to organize your product. Put them in equal size containers that are exactly the same. Now the problem with this, what would you say is the problem with this way of grouping your products? It's ugly. Why is it ugly? Because they're black. Yeah. What kind of colors, shades would you typically use to show off vegetables? People do not expect to see black plastic as a way of displaying vegetables. They're nicely put together. You can see that this product is different to this and is different to this. And that's good. But it still looks like hair. So what's different? When neutral, natural containers, the product is what you see, not the container. The container just frames it. Think about framing your products. So when you frame something, it makes it look so much more classy. What's the other thing that's good about this that is not true in this case?
They have different colors.
Different colors, yes. You're absolutely right. For contrast, that they stand out. You can still have a whole bunch of different kinds of green vegetables at the start of the year, as happens. And you can still see this is one product, this is another one, and they don't just blur into each other. But what else is good about that? I'm going to flip back to here. Somebody mentioned it earlier. They're full.